Hello and welcome to a blexplanation of how to follow the major events of Blaseball. During every season, there are 4 scheduled major events. The first major event is the seasonal reading, which precedes the Earl Siesta. It is also at this point that stadium renovations open. The second major event is the completion of renovations, which precedes the late siesta. The third major event is the reading of the MVPs, or other idle board related news. This happens at the start of the end season and coincides with the wildcard teams being drawn. The final major event, and usually the most important, is the election results. These happen on Sunday. Before all of these major events, the site will display this message, and you will be unable to access anything but this screen. The seasonal reading happens as soon as all the games on day 27 end. This isn't the same time every week, so if you wish to see the reading live, it's worth keeping an eye on that round of games so you can be on the site when they finish. The name of the season's reading will appear on screen first in glowing purple text. This is followed by the 3 cards in the order that they are drawn. Following the live draw, the site enters the Earl Siesta. You will be able to see the draw and any modifications it has made to teams or players on the League page under the Events tab. This will be available until the end of the Earl Siesta, which lasts for at least an hour. Starting from the Earl Siesta, you can work on stadium renovations. If you go to the Ballpark tab of your team's page, you will be able to see what modifications your stadium already has and contribute to new ones. When you click Contribute, you will be taken to a list of renovations available for this season, which will differ between teams. From this list, you can select an option and pay coins towards it. At the bottom, it will show you how many renovations are already funded. You can contribute to this for the entire mid-season. Renovation announcements happen when day 72 finishes. As with the seasonal reading, the exact time varies. The Please Wait screen is seen, and then the site enters the late siesta. The Events tab is immediately available with a list of all of the renovations funded by each team. You can toggle to see just your team's renovations, or you can check out what the competition have opted for. These results are available on this page until the end of the late siesta, which lasts for at least an hour. On the Idols page, there is a countdown above the leaderboard. When this runs out, the MVPs will be announced. Usually, the boss will read them, but whilst they were taking personal leave, the monitor did it. When a character is addressing the fans, you can't access anything else. Once the MVPs have been read, the site is in the end season. During this time, the wildcard teams for the postseason will be drawn. There is also a countdown on the election page. You can submit votes until that hits 0. The election results are always preceded by a character appearing, and they can't be viewed until that is finished. Once the character is done, the results are displayed in a list on the election page. Decrees first, then wills, then blessings. Once again, you can toggle by your team's results, and these stay available to view on the page until the start of the pre-season. But what if you're asleep, or at work, or Blaseball doesn't consume your every waking minute, meaning you can't just spend all of your time on the site waiting for the events to happen? Thankfully for the people with lives outside of Blaseball, there are several ways to keep up with the major events. The first can be found in the book. There is a feed which displays all of the messages from characters on the site. This shows what season the message was from, what part of the season, and which character said it. The siestas, election, and God's Day have their own abbreviations, and anything that happens during the season, such as the MVP readings, are marked with which number day they appeared on. There are 4 characters currently active: the seasonal reading, loot crates, the monitor, and the boss. They each have their own icon and colour to make it easy to tell who was speaking. You can also easily find events that aren't characters. There is a global feed on the homepage, which shows all events from all the teams. Every team and player also have their own feed, which you can find by going to their pages. Team feeds will show renovations and election outcomes. You can filter each feed by the following: Special, which shows weather events or effects from modifications. This includes incinerations, reverb shuffles, and stadium modifications activating. Change, which unsurprisingly shows changes. This can be gaining or losing modifications, players swapping teams, stat alterations, or items being gained. Play shows every play from the games, every ball, every hit, every strike. And Outcome. In the global feed, this will show the result or highlight when one team shames another. In the team feeds, the outcomes will be shown with a win or loss icon. Lots can happen on Blaseball in a short space of time, and with 12 games every hour, it's not sensible to try and keep up with every single thing. The site gives you lots of ways to catch up, but you can also outsource. If you want to know what's important for your team, you can hop into the Blaseball Discord and see what's being talked about. If you want to know what's plot or game relevant, you can check out what the Commissioner is tweeting. And if you want to know what events are statistically remarkable, then see what the Society for Internet Blaseball Research are shouting about, on Twitter or in their Discord. SIBR also have a tool, which I will link to in the description, which gives you access to all of the games, including from previous seasons, and you can filter them by weather events or see an overview of your team's results across the season, match by match. Or, if you're patient enough, you can wait for me to upload a video. Thank you for joining me for another blexplanation. I'll be back with more Blaseball fun and facts soon, but until then, rejoice, play ball.